Welcome back to a potent dose of three. My name is Kathy.
And I'm Linda.
And I'm Jasmine, and we're bringing you that weekly dose.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what's up, guys?
Well, this week it's been okay. I just been chilling and with my baby. That's it.
Nothing new?
No.
And for me, the most I've been doing is studying for my NCLEX, which is very stressful. Your girl has been stressing because I take it February, some mid-February. I don't even know yet, but we're stressing because my cohort is basically not the cohort, but whoever's taking it in February, we only get basically one time to pass because then in April, they're completely changing the NCLEX. So it's a lot of pressure on your girl.
It's okay. Give it your all. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
me,
gonna pass.
And me, like always, same thing every day. Just study for the MCAT. March 11th. Yes, March 11th. So here we go.
You got this.
Yep. You're gonna kick butt.
PG-13.
Okay, Linda. So since last week, I told my story and why I want to become a nurse. So this week is your turn, girl.
So I feel like that's the hardest question to answer. And I've been asked this so many times throughout like my journey into like nursing school. And for me, I don't know, it hasn't gotten like so much, it hasn't gotten easier.
It really doesn't. Like I get the question asked all the time, and I still feel like I can't really like bring in all these different like reasons why, because it's just really hard to come with a straightforward answer, because there's a lot.
This feels like a therapy session. It is not supposed to feel like a therapy session, but here I am. Here the fuck I go.
You know what though? It low-key is. It low-key is. I'm sorry.
It low-key is. Okay, so to keep it on the surface level, and I may like laugh here and there to kind of keep myself from crying. This is uncomfortable, guys.
Hey.
It's not even supposed to be uncomfortable.
It's not. It's not. I think we all have reasons why, and they're personal and they may hurt, but it makes us who we are, and it made you who you are, and you're a boss ass bee.
That is true. Yep. So to keep the reason why I want to be a nurse on the surface level, so I don't like sit here and break down crying. Okay.
Here, hold my hand. Just hold my hand.
No, I feel like that makes it worse.
No, don't touch her. She's going to cry.
I'm not alone.
She's going to
cry.
cry.
Really? Okay.
No.
She's going to cry.
I need therapy, guys.
Girl, who are you telling?
Why do you think I just started therapy?
I've been looking for a fucking therapist for a month.
So the reason why I want to become a nurse has a lot to do with my mom. When I was 16, she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. So during that time, I was there. I went to doctor's appointments with her. Like I helped her like manage her medication. I actually spent a lot of time spending the night in the hospital with her. So while I was in the hospital, I got to help take care of her. Like the nurses would allow me to help assist them in helping her, because truthfully, my mom felt more comfortable with me helping. So because of that, the nurses like, oh yeah, you can help do this, you can help do that. And like seeing that made me want to become a nurse even more, because it's like, here's someone who doesn't know my mom at all, but I saw like how much like the nurses cared for her. But don't get me wrong, I also like experienced not so good nurses during that time. So that made me like want to become a better nurse. So I got to see like both sides of like the good and the bad of healthcare. So when my mom had passed away, like I made it like my mission to like one day give back that same kind of love, care, and compassion that the nurses provided my mom. Because I see myself when I'm working as a nurse, like if that's in the hospital or outpatient, I want to like give back, and as like a thank you to like everyone who helped my mom and also like helped me, because though my mom was the patient, they also looked out for me as well. So yeah.
No, yeah. I love it. I'm glad that you made that commitment, because you're going to be a great nurse.
And she's a hard worker. She doesn't give up.
So I don't know if you wanted to share about like your journey on how you got into nursing school.
Yeah. That's exactly where I'm going now.
Perfect.
So as an undergrad, well, after high school, I wanted to apply right away to nursing school, but my school, I couldn't apply to nursing right away because nursing is so impacted in California. So instead of applying to nursing school, I decided to get my undergraduate degree in public health because public health has a lot of the same prerequisites as nursing does, like the anatomy, what is it? Microbiology,
Stats.
physiology.
Chem.
Yeah, I did like the whole chem thing. So I applied for public health. I graduated in 2017 with my degree in public health. So when I graduated, like my GPA was not the best. I graduated with a 2.98, I want to say, and like if you know, like that makes it very, very, very hard to get accepted into any program.
Yep.
So because of that, I was like, what are ways for me to build up my resume? So I actually applied to this internship called Cope Health Solution, which is an internship that allows people that's interested in healthcare. You could be like interested in nursing. There are some students who are interested in like medicine. So, and also I did that internship not only to build up my resume, but to also see if I wanted to be in a hospital. Because honestly, truthfully, I had like a lot of anxiety about even going back into the hospital.
That makes sense. A lot of people when they go to the hospital, it's a lot of hard stuff. It's a lot of sadness. Right. It's a lot of pain, and it's really not usually associated with good things.
Right. Yeah. Because the last time I was in a hospital, when like I lost my mom, and then lost my godmom. So I was like, dang, do I really want to be in a hospital? Like, it's just all bad stuff in a hospital.
Right.
And so I spent like a year, I think to complete the program, depending on how fast you did it, I did like 4 hours a week, and it took like a year and maybe like 3 months, I want to say. But for me, like that was a great experience because it did make me realize it's like, oh, I'm able to work in a hospital and not feel like anxious 24/7. And I got to experience a lot in the hospital. So after I completed my internship with Cope, I then became certified as a CNA because I was like, I need to build up my resume again because my GPA was not the best. So I did CNA program, got certified as a CNA, and then also got certified as a home health aide. And then to add on to like my resume, I traveled to Honduras through a program called Global Brigades, and that opened my eyes even more of like just like the need of healthcare just for the underserved, basically. And not even anyway, I feel like yes, in other countries it's very bad, but even here in the US it's like not everyone have access to
the same resources.
No. Exactly.
Yep. Not the same access, not the same education. So
yeah. So I'm like, that made me even like more. I wanted to be a nurse even like more to just make a difference in as many lives as I can. And then so moving on to like years later, I want to say in 2019, that's when I start applying to entry-level master's programs. Because I'm like, okay, at this point, my resume is as strong as it can get at this point, because I did all the freaking extra stuff that needed. I was like, let me actually put my foot forward and start applying. So I applied to, what was the first program I applied to? Oh, the same school as Kathy, the university in San Francisco. I applied there twice, got denied 2 times. And then I attended
seminar?
The seminar, the nursing success seminar. Yes. I was like, oh yeah, this is the school I want to go to because they're so helpful. They literally, we weren't even in the program yet, and they're like, oh, send us your personal statements and we'll like read over it and give you. Yeah,
that is so cute. Like just to do that. That shows that they care.
And not only that, they would offer help for like the students that were moms. They would give them advice. They're like, yeah, I'm a mom too. I'm about to graduate. And they give you the resources. Like, let's say if you don't have like food for the week, they have a pantry that the students can go and get into. If you are short on money and you need money to like end the week or end the semester, you could call the school and let them know like, hey, I need money. And then they have like an emergency fund for the school, for the students,
right,
to like get through it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they actually seem like they care for their students, because not other schools, they weren't even helping us at all. Like, didn't answer no questions. So with this school, it's like, oh, they're actually very helpful. So I want to say I applied to the Sacramento campus. And I did not get accepted. Well, I was waitlisted number 20. And if you're waitlisted that far on the waitlist, you're not getting accepted. I'm sorry. But if you number 20, if you anything over 5, it's a very hard chance. So I was like, dang. So then I applied to another school in LA. It's called Azusa Pacific. And I remember like freaking out doing my research. I looked on All Nurses. If you guys are not familiar with allnurses.com, it's like a website that student goes on. They go on and they'll like give their experience and like give tips. It's for everything. They even go over like testing tips. So I remember like reading the comments on allnurses.com, trying to prepare for the interview, and a lot of the students there was saying like, their interview was like 30 minutes. So when I was preparing to take my interview for Azusa, because I got a call like, for an interview, I was preparing, stressed, because I get freaked out with interviews. So I was preparing, and then I like to say like my greatest asset about myself is my smile. So I was all dolled up, ready to get on Zoom. The camera was not working. It was not. I was like, no, the camera's not working. So I was having a bunch of technical problems. And then so the lady that interviewed me was like, oh, I'll just call you. Can you get on the phone and call? So I was like, okay. So I get on the phone. And I talked to her. I kid you not, my interview was no more than 15 minutes. And I was like, there's no way I was going to get in, because all the other students, their interviews were like 30 minutes or more. And I was like, mine was like barely 15 minutes. There's no way I'm getting into this program. So I was like, everyone was like, oh, how was your interview? How was your interview?
You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because she prepared herself for so long, because she will look at questions, we will ask her, and then she will just get herself ready for that interview.
Oh yeah, we did a mock interview. So my friend, this is why you need great friends and a great support system. So I was so nervous and everything. Like, we literally held a mock interview where we got on Zoom. They had like questions ready for me to answer and everything. So yeah, so I prepared my butt off, and for my interview to be only
so what
15
happened? What happened?
minutes. Okay, I'm not done. So I remember, because I just felt so like defeated and everything, and it just like I was just beating myself up. And then I was like, I remember praying. I was like, God, I'm serious. I was like,
I believe it,
girl. I was like, if this is for me, please give me a sign like that nursing is for me. I'm getting emotional again.
No, I feel it.
Hey,
I feel it.
I've been there. I've been like, is this for
I
me
get
or
there.
Not? Like,
I've been there so many
ready
times.
To give up the towel, ready. Yeah.
No, you get knocked down a lot in this field, and
a whole lot, a lot of rejection.
And I think to be successful, I'm learning you have to keep getting up.
It's about persistence.
Yeah. So I was like, I prayed and prayed. I was like, God, give me a sign if this is for me. Like, let me know that nursing is for me. And then like maybe like 2 weeks later, I got an acceptance letter, like saying like, congratulations, you've been accepted to Azusa Pacific. Mind you, that was the first time I applied to that school. Got accepted to the first round. I was like, thank God, like now I know it's for me, but I do not want to move to LA.
Wait, I remember I was like, when you told me, I was happy, but I was like super sad. I was like trying to hide how sad I was, because I was like, she's leaving again.
Yeah, same. I was like, damn, my only like support system is leaving, but it's okay. I'll just try to get to us.
Right. I was like, congratulations.
Yeah. So I was very happy, but then again, like I felt like I just moved back to the Bay Area and I was not ready to move again. So I got accepted to Azusa, but it was my start year was going to be the following year. So that gave me enough time to apply into the Oakland location, I guess the university that I'm in now. So I applied to my current school. So I applied and wait. And then I finally heard back from them saying like I was accepted to the program. So I was like, thank God. So not only did I get accepted into the school, like I got accepted into the school like in my area where like I didn't want to, like I didn't have to move again. So for me, that was like all in a blessing within itself, because like I took it as like God showing me like, hey, like this is for you. And I'm going to show you this is for you by, even though I'm hard-headed. So even though I was accepted to somewhere, I still had very high anxiety about like getting into the nursing program out here. But I took it as a sign like, hey, this is for you. You're accepted somewhere, but I'm also going to give you a time to apply to the school that you would want, like you want to go to.
Yeah.
That's I
that's
didn't have to
awesome.
move.
Yes.
So that's a little bit about my journey into nursing, and when I get more comfortable with speaking on the microphone and talking about my life, I would share more, because it was a freaking struggle.
Yeah, no, and I think I don't know if any of the listeners have ever done anything like this, recorded a podcast or anything, but it's hard. We're putting ourselves out there and our lives, and just, you know, I'm emotional. I'm probably the most emotional person here. So it's really hard for me.
I be hiding my emotion.
Yes, same.
I cannot hide it. You will
heavy.
see it. I'm sorry.
Like, it's not easy to record, honestly.
Especially when you're talking about your life and something like so close
it's very
to your
vulnerable.
heart.
So personal. It makes you really uncomfortable.
Very much so uncomfortable.
But we're doing it because we feel like the outcome and what can come out of it, it's greater than, you know, the little uncomfortable
and maybe
feelings that we have, you
to
know?
help. Yes, to help others, because I would like wish like I had more people that was able to, don't get me wrong, I had an amazing support system, like my family and everything, but you know, they weren't in nursing.
But it was like a maze kind of, right?
Yeah.
You were like pulling the pieces together kind of from
Trying to
all
figure
these
it
different
out.
places. No, yeah.
So I guess that's all for now.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to follow us on IG at apotentdoseof3. And then you can also email us at apotentdoseof3@gmail.com. If there are any topics or any things you want to hear about, let us know.
You can also follow me on IG at Linda the FNP. Bye.
See ya.